in packs instead of saving cash. That's typical GOG behavior.
Well, I've been back from GenCon for about a week now, and I have a ton of Neuroscape footage to show off. But for those who are unaware of what Neuroscape might be, it's a cyberpunk-themed TCG where you fight your opponent in a digital underground fight club, which you as the controller are connected to through your mainframe, which is a passive engine that allows you to unlock powers to assist in the fights as you unlock synergy upgrades by playing characters, persistent programs, or gear of the designated mainframe synergy that you're playing. Rather than getting too into how the gameplay works right now, I'm going to drop a link in the description for the official how to play video from Neuroscape for those who are interested. But this game kind of fits right into this current cyberpunk obsession that I have, and I love how it's an entirely different game than Cyberpunk TCG, which is my other TCG obsession right now. My LGS is even pitching the idea of doing a Cyber Sunday where organized play for both games will happen on the same day, which is just amazing, right up my alley. And maybe in between seasons, I can read up how to game master Cyberpunk Red, which is another GenCon purchase of mine that I'm interested in getting into eventually. Anyway, GenCon recap. Neuroscape's booth was located in the Asmodee section of the exhibitor hall. For those who have never been to GenCon like myself before this, the vendor hall is very large with multiple connected halls from Hall F to Hall K, where Hall F is directly linked to the exhibition hall, where a lot of play demos and tournaments were happening. Actually, including Cyberpunk TCG's demos that were right in front of the vendor Hall F entrance. The Asmodee area really was like its own world with a ton of different games from them. It was located near the front of Hall I. And on day one, I went over just to meet the crew and of course check out that sick cyber table that they bring around. So I introduced myself to Red, Blue, Green, and Rotter, and I was able to meet user Golbez Sama from the Discord, who was working at the booth through Asmodee. The guys gave me my first Overload Mark II promo, which is just sick. They confirmed there's actually only 500 of those that were printed. They even had me open a pack of Unlimited right there when I pulled a Queen of Hearts and a foil Blood Diamond mainframe, which they shared to socials because they're awesome. And it was a reminder to me that I really need to start working on my Instagram at some point. It's sort of just a barren wasteland while I focus on YouTube. But immediately upon ripping that pack, it was like donk mode activated in my brain, and I decided I had to hop in the Asmodee line to get some product to rip because, you know, they're there for a Genesis Unlimited early preview. And that was probably the worst that line was all con. I was in line for about an hour and 40 minutes. I eventually met a fellow Discord user, Hazel Edge, who gave me a custom badge ribbon that was awesome. I picked up a few boxes of the Neuroscape Unlimited set, and then I headed over to the exhibition hall because I had a 1 p.m. Neuroscape Learn to Play. So at the Learn to Play, there was an awesome turnout. I showed up a few minutes late because the line was so long in the merch stand, but when I showed up, I saw everyone was already paired up, so I convinced user Mystic Tobias from the Discord, who was there helping the guys run the event all weekend, into playing with some of our constructed decks instead of using the new demo kits. And the new demo kits look sick. They feature the Hacker versus Cybernetic, which I believe the Cybernetic uses the Gearhead mainframe now. And the Arc and Hex hollows on the front really show darker color saturation, which we kind of all agree is like a net positive. I do have an old Alpha Kit demo, so you can kind of see like what's representative of like what the Kickstarter was anyway. But yeah, the new set comes with 2 playmats, a promo for Class Wars, which is set 2, you can see right behind it, and even a promo behind that of organized play for season 2. But me versus Tobias, I rolled up with my Deep Net deck. I believe he played a Wonderland deck with Butterfly Effect, and I got my ass whooped. There was levels to this game, and I'm not there yet. I do have an LGS to support now, so hopefully I could Rocky montage my way eventually. But the whole game is pretty much just keeping him at bay while I was letting his butterflies double in number every turn. And I was just hoping he played an Eat Me on them, which is a Wonderland program that would provide his whole board state a +1/1 counter, which would allow the natively 0/1 butterflies to attack. And this is my plan. I wanted him to swing in with like 64 butterflies because I had a power spike on his mainframe. He just guessed that the Trojan I played could be power spike, and he didn't do that. So I'm pretty sure he just checkmated me instead, which is a win condition native to Alice and the Wonderland faction and its mainframe. But next, I convinced him to play again, so we played some sealed play out of one of the boxes I just bought from the merch stand to try to get ready for Saturday's sealed play tourney, and he whooped my ass there as well. It's my first attempt at sealed play, and the motto of like build around what you can do with the cards you pull, not what you want to do, really rings true. I got enamored with a Firestarter mainframe I found, and I didn't properly allow enough cards to let me draw fast enough, or I didn't have enough hacker board state to raise my synergy, or to take advantage of Firestarter's ability to play extra targeted damage for every hacker script I played, which I didn't even have a lot of anyway. He ripped me apart. He had an Aurora mainframe, which allows him to draw cards for every time that I block him, and he just tore into me with Badlands snipers the whole game, just marking me and pinging me over and over again. Cleared my synergies right up, which by the way made me obsessed with Badlands snipers, especially in sealed play. I've pretty much talked about them all week. But if you have two of them going at the same time, you can just really mop up someone's board with marking, shooting, marking, shooting. He also had astral projectors, and he just taroted the crap out of me until she was like the powerhouse with multiple +1/1 tokens. And if I blocked, his mainframe triggered. It's a really good sealed deck, honestly. But enough of that. On Friday, I went back to the booth with some cards I brought to see if I can get these guys to sign. So I had them sign a Kickstarter AR Nova. You can see here, I had them sign all the Season 1 first place cards, which honestly I didn't earn, but I got through secondhand. All of the God Pack slabs, I had them sign the slabs. So there's my 10 Art Rare Nova, my 10 Source Code Serialized Hex Codemancer, and my Terry the Accountant, 1 of 6 Platinum Border. I had them sign there. I also later got Red to sign a Blue Screen of Death Uncommon program because he actually illustrated it. Later on Friday, I stopped back over with a creator buddy of mine from Cyberpunk TCG, Tube and Monkey, to check out the booth. And I just wanted to share a photo that Azel Edge took and posted to the Discord. I think it's so funny. The point of the photo was to talk about how good of a job Rotter is running the demos. And you have Tubin sitting down to play. And just look at my gonk face in this photo. It's an all-timer. I want to make it Discord emojis. I look like I'm about to sneeze and fall asleep at the same time. Maybe a new gonk logo coming soon with this. But moving into Saturday, which was the official Neuroscape Sealed tournament, which the prize for placing in this was sick, like rainbow metal ominous blood diamond mainframes. The tournament took place during a tornado warning, with an announcement blaring over Rotter's tournament instructions every 30 seconds.
A tornado warning. Please remain calm, but it is necessary for you to proceed to the interior rooms of the building. Security personnel are standing by to assist you. Please move away from any windows, docks, or exterior walls. Thank you.
Just playing through a tornado, I guess. This is where they told us to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
And water leaking from the roof, luckily not near us, but later or farther into the exhibition hall. I did build a deck around Ominous Blood Diamond, which allows Corpo Synergy to give you extra RAM at the expense of your own health. I used Seers for their abilities to act as a draw engine, some Riot Police as blockers, and Trust Fund Babies for early synergy and currency ramp. And Generational Wealth is a program on a mainframe that allowed to build that passive synergy, but also RAM building potential with D20 rolls. And speaking of D20 rolls, I also had an Ed the card counter, which gains a +1/+1 for each D20 I roll. But the main aggro came from a Jet Thorn, Redline, Claritex combo, where I'd use Jet's Guttural Roar to gain Overrun, or Trample for those who are more familiar with that, while also bringing him to a 9/3, and then Redline to bring him to a 16/2 with 13 Psychosis, which normally I'd have to beat a 13 with a D20 roll or damage myself, but then I negated Psychosis with the Claritex, which made him immune to it. Solid in concept. I got my ass whooped by a Savage mainframe in game 1 because I didn't play my deck correctly, and the guy had enough units with stamina by the time I figured it out that I couldn't get shots off, since stamina lets them attack without being run, allowing them to stay up to block or build up to my combo. I couldn't get to it. I won game 2 after a successful use of my combo, but I also let myself get all the way down to 1 health because I overpinged myself with the Blood Diamond synergy. And game 3 was down to the wire. I lost to an Aethernet mainframe player, which allows him to play programs from trash for double play of those programs. He just had enough to swift react to me while I was in the middle of staging my big Wombo combo. So anyway, I finished 1 and 2, and then I dropped out because I actually had a 7 p.m. event that I had to run to, but not, before getting that second Overload 2 promo for playing in the tournament, which was sick. On Sunday, it was quieter. Things wrapped up, convention was getting over. A lot of us went out to the Elfin Moon, which is a gaming store that's open 24/7 during the con and serves like 11% beers, which I immediately equipped to my gear port right when I walked in. I had a blast coming up with card mechanic ideas with Golbez Sama. I ripped an unlimited booster box with Rotter and Micro Monk OG from the community, which I'll need to edit and post in a video on here soon. I got a look at Trodemic's deck, which already had the Overload promos and the new AR Hex from the Genesis Unlimited set. It was blinged out. I tried to get a Gundam TCG fan into Neuroscape by luring him with pack rips, which actually kind of worked. He came back later to play a game against Blue.
Mainframe health, which is your neural computer.
What do we think about Neuroscape? It's good, right?
There's no summoning sickness.
Yeah?
Everything goes fast. Every turn
Yeah,
you make a
good. Which was awesome. I drank too many beers. I gave myself Psychosis and I woke up kind of hungover, which honestly, before a flight, is just typical gonk behavior. It's right up my alley. But that was it. And before I leave and finish up, I do want to say one thing. Before I left the con on Sunday, Red and Blue generously put together a content creator box, which I'll be opening up in videos coming very soon. But inside here we have a booster box of the Genesis Unlimited. I have a starter kit that's Hacker versus Cybernetic, and I will be opening that as well. And then, of course, one thing I'm most excited about is a Master Diver kit, which I haven't really seen anybody open and post a video of yet. So that's honestly what I'll be opening first and editing down, so you guys can take a look and see. Just a reminder, if you're interested in playing and you're in the Eastern Pennsylvania area, and maybe that Cyber Sunday is something you might be interested in, hit me up, send me a message, send me a YouTube comment. The more the merrier. Just a reminder that Neuroscape Genesis Unlimited comes out for pre-release August 21st, and the full release is August 28th. Kind of puts it right in line with that Cyberpunk TCG window, so we could all get our Cyberpunk fill, and I'm excited. Cool things ahead for the YouTube channel, for the genre, for trading card games in general, and for the Neuroscape team and crew. They're in the process of playtesting for set 2, which I have high hopes for, knowing some of the people who were part of that playtest. But yep, keep it tuned. I'm gonna cover it and be on the lookout for some of these opening videos. Till next time, peace out, chooms.